Welcome to Stevenage, Paul.
Thank you, Steve.
Obviously, it's been probably a bit of a whirlwind over the last week or so. What do you know about the current Stevenage situation?
Yes. As soon as we first spoke, I looked deeply into the way the team's playing, what the team is, the club, the environment, the people involved, so I could make an informed decision and ask good questions to make sure that making a commitment to a club as manager that I make the right decision. So it's been an enjoyable process actually. I've been surprised by lots of the nice things I've heard and the potential in the club. It's been a really nice week of discussion and get to know people, and I would like to think I'm well informed and feel that I've made a good decision.
What do you know about the current squad? Obviously, there's one player in there that you'll know very well.
Yeah. There's two. I mean, look, I'm a football manager that's been doing it a long time, so by definition, you get to know about players. I know some of them very well, others less well. But I think you do have to lean on recommendations, and you do have to lean on get advice from other people that know those players. So, but the one thing that has come through, the thread that's come through, that's a good dressing room, some really good people in that dressing room, and it's not just the players, it's the team around the team as well. Some good people here, and that gives me a lot of optimism about how I can affect that group of people and get some performances on the pitch. So again, one of the surprises, if I can say that, is that a team that's possibly struggling at the wrong end of the table, needing results. That the impression I have is that the players have been very motivated. They are fully behind the club and the team, and it's a good environment. And often when teams are having a bad run, that's not the case. So that's certainly credit to them. It's certainly credit to the previous management team. It's credit to the club as a whole that environment exists. So I'm very much looking forward to making their acquaintance properly and seeing if I can have my effect on them. But one thing is for sure, it's a good place to walk into.
I guess from the club's point of view, obviously you've got such a good track record in League Two. Is that still the case now? I mean, you've been in League One fairly recently.
I haven't been in League Two for a while, and when I was last in it, I had a good track record. So nothing's changed. So let's hope it stays that way. I think whether it's League One, League Two, I've been doing it long enough now to have a feel for it and understand the way things work. And it's my job to make sure that I optimise the talent, the ability in the squad of players. And you're always looking to outperform your standing, and that's what I need to do in the next couple of months, is get the players playing to their best, and let's see where that goes, because once I can establish their best, I can then make decisions about the future. But at the moment, I've just got to give them some structures and ask them to play their best football so that we can judge how we go forward.
Have you come with like a clean blank piece of paper, or are there targets that have been set for you?
Clean blank piece of paper. The second you sign as a manager, I believe those players in the squad are your players. I don't adhere to the view that let me create my own squad before you judge me. Those players that are at the training ground today are my players. I'm the manager, they're the players, and they will represent me. In time, no doubt that will change, because football's a transitory business. But at the moment, they're my players. I want to give them the best opportunity to show me what they've got and put them in the best positions on the pitch and get the system that I think will enable us to get more results. Again, I've been nicely surprised looking at some of the recent games, how hard the players are trying, how the attitude, and again, that's credit to the club over the last 18 months and the previous management that environment's here. Whether I've got to change a lot or not, who knows? But there are more than one way of winning a game of football. I've just got to discover ours and get that going very, very, very quickly.
I can remember your Exeter days, and you were well known for playing some really nice football. Is that kind of the brand that you'd be looking to bring here?
I like to think I'm practical. If I have the opportunity, yes, 100%. But the most important thing at the moment is that I can set the players achievable targets, that they go into the game knowing that they can meet those targets, and I give them a reason to have no performance anxiety, and that they can go out there and give their all, impress the supporters with a can-do attitude, with forward play, with having a go. I need that on the pitch soon. When it comes to how we finesse that, and can I create a type of football in time, let me see what they're capable of, let me see the confidence in the squad, and I'll pick my moment. But to begin with, I need to make sure that we try and score more goals than the opposition, and let's start with a very practical view. That will be my view of this, and hopefully the players can play to the best of their ability. If I can get that happening, I believe we've got a chance of climbing the league.
Presumably the squad have all got the chance now to impress you, and the chairman has said that there's money available in January.
Yeah, which is a good place for me to start. I mean, there's a period of time now up until January. That process in a lot of clubs has already started. Not quite yet here because it's my first day, but we have got now a month till January starts, and 2 months to the end of January. So there's a good month or two period now where I can make some opinion of how we take things forward, how I can progress. But my meeting with the players today will be, and my first meeting will be, you've all got a chance. Whoever you are, there's a blank canvas. You've all got an opportunity to impress. I don't always pick the best 11 players. I pick the 11 players who I think will win on Saturday, and they have to understand that it's a team game, and it's a squad that will get us through this season with some success. So it won't be all about this Saturday, and often that is the performance anxiety you get as a footballer. That's all about getting picked for that first game. But probably the team I pick for the first game tomorrow night at Sutton won't be the team that I'll be picking in 4 weeks' time. So we need to see how it settles, and I need to see how it develops, and keep it fluid.
Do you take the Sutton game on its merit? I mean, you're a week away from the first league game. Obviously, you've got Sutton tomorrow night, and then it's Yeovil in a big FA Cup game as well.
Yeah, I see tomorrow as a plus. It's an opportunity to see players play in a game of football. I don't know yet who I'm going to select. I probably won't know until tomorrow afternoon, to be honest. I need 24 hours to reflect on it all. But it's an opportunity to see footballers play football, and that's ultimately how we will judge them, and that's the opportunity they will have. I can only pick 11 tomorrow. Will it be the same 11 that will play on Saturday? I don't know. Probably not, but it could be. Again, I'm not going to come up with any answers today. What I need to do is I need to give the players an opportunity to do their best, get to know the team surrounding the team, the coaches, the medical people, the kit man, etc. I need to get to know them and ask them to help me get the best out of these players as soon as I can. But I don't believe there's a lot to tinker with. I think there's the makings of a good team here. I'm sure we're not going to win every single game straight away, but in time I'd like to find our way of winning, and I'll build that over time.
In terms of backroom staff, what will you bring along to the club?
I've got an assistant with me, assistant manager Mel Gwinnett, who's been with me for 15 years now in all my posts. He brings organisation, operations, logistics, makes me a better manager by allowing me to concentrate on the things I need to concentrate on. So I'm very pleased Mel is with me. Other than that, I'm going to work with the coaching staff here. They have an opportunity as well. Until I find how the environment affects me or how I can affect the environment, I don't want to make too many sweeping changes. There might be some really good people here that can become part of a really good team for me, so everyone's got an opportunity.
And a word for the Stevenage fans?
Well, I'm looking forward to starting. I'm looking forward to the first home game next week, and I want the team to be a reflection of a good attitude and some forward football and having a real good go, and that's where we're going to start. So hopefully they will welcome me and encourage the players to play their best football, which we all want to see.
You've been local to the area previously with MK. I guess, like in any job, if having that familiarity to the area and the surroundings helps you get going from day one.
Yes, I'm from the Bath area. That's where I've always lived. But I've got family in North London and spent a lot of time in North London. So, and then a year and a half in Milton Keynes. So, yeah, I'm familiar with the area. I've been to this stadium many times before. Every ground has its own dynamic, its own personality, and I've got to feel that personality here when I experience my first few games, and make sure that I work to that. So yeah, I'm familiar with the surroundings, and I'm very much looking forward to starting. I'm not coming in cold with and having to experience it all for the first time. I know the area, I know the ground, I know the club, and looking forward to it.
You've also stayed busy over the last 12 months, going from sort of Bristol Rovers to Colchester. Is that something that was important to you?
I've been in football now for over 30 years. I've had a bit of time off recently for the first time. I love coaching. I love putting a team together. I love the build-up to a match day. I love winning. So I was really keen to get back into a role, and I was impressed by the things I heard, and very optimistic about taking this job. But yeah, I've been in football 30 years, and I'm not intending to give it up yet.
What's your ethos? What's your footballing principles? What would you take to Stevenage?
I would like to, as a manager, I think it's very important that I understand the business that I work for. Every football club has its own nuance, its own dynamic, and I think it's really important that you, as a manager, you understand the business of the football club, what it's about, and if you understand that, you've got a chance of actually delivering properly as the manager. I want to develop the footballers, develop the environment, develop the staff, develop the facilities, be part of progress every day, not just about the 11 players that are playing this Saturday. I want to be part of developing something that means there's progress in place all the time. And then I need to make sure that I don't forget to win the game on Saturday. So if you're asking me the question how I see my job, is that a particular order? I think they're all pretty important. You can't just think about winning but forget everything else. There's no sustainability in that. But you do have to make sure that you get results as a manager. So mix those three things up. I certainly have got a feel of how savvy the club has been over many years, and what it's about. So that's a good place to start. I understand how a dressing room works, how players think. So that gives me a chance to build something day by day. And I've had a fair bit of experience of winning, drawing, losing football matches to know what I think I need from them to win games. So that's how I look at it. When it comes to the players on the pitch, I want to see bright players, brave players, versatile players that can play different positions, energy, flow. No one way of playing. There's no magic key. There's no one way of winning games of football. I've just got to find ours here very quickly. And that will come down to the players that I have in the dressing room, their levels of confidence, and the opposition, where we sit against the opposition. But that's my job, to work that out pretty quickly. But I want to see, I'd like to see some real energy and confidence on the pitch.
As you say, you've been in football a long time. What was your take on Stevenage from outside the club when you used to come here as ex manager?
Well, I can recall it being a club that came into the Football League and being that new type of club and a new facility, and always highly competitive. Had its fair share of success, and I've got that. I suppose for the last 20 years I've got that experience of seeing the club progress, and I'd like to be part of the next step. And I believe there's an opportunity now for that to happen, and I'd like to think I'm here because I can bring some of that to Stevenage.
You mentioned you had a sabbatical, as it were. What did you reflect on in your time previous to that?
I had a good rest.
Yeah.
1,000 football matches is a lot plus. There's a lot of football matches. So I think what you do is you go through it all in your own way, and you begin to file in your mind. You file what's important, what am I good at, what do I need to concentrate on, and it's a filter process. And at the end of it, you come out and you think, well, next opportunity I get, I know how I'm going to go into this. And we're all shaped by our experiences, you know. We're all good or bad. We're all shaped by what we've been through. So I've had plenty of experiences, and I'll bring a mix of all that into this role. But it's important for me to have a really good basis to start, and that has been a week of conversations and talking, and both ways, asking questions of each other, whether it's Alex or Liam or Phil, you know, and I want to work together with these chaps to create some success, you know. So I want to be part of something, part of that mix, and work together. So I'm really, really enthused about the opportunity. I can't wait to get started. League 2 football comes thick and fast, and I think I can make a difference in the short term and certainly in the long term.
Just one more for me. Just obviously in terms of budgets, you've been promised a certain amount of money in January. Any sort of targets or?
Until I see the players, how they react to me, and let's be honest, every player reacts differently to a different manager. You know, so what's gone on before will play a part, but I'll have my own view. And those players need to know they've got an opportunity, and I certainly won't spend money needlessly either. So it's not in my nature. So it's great that there's some funds available, but you know, you've got to spend it wisely, and I won't be spending it for the sake of it. So let's see what the players can do first.